1. Are we finished?
Yes.
Everyone have enough time to share?
I'm sorry, I have to in chapter 5.
We can do that in a little bit. Okay. So, as a whole group though, now that we've shared with our partner, how many of you, let me just ask this first, grew an idea or came to a new understanding talking to your partner? Amelia, you want to share what you learned?
When I was talking with Sheila and she was sharing her signpost, I didn't really like the big idea I didn't really think I did that like as good because I kind of said I repeated it and I learned that when Sheila said it, she said that it that her confidence grew and that to follow her dreams or something.
So you're talking about the main character Winnie,
Yeah.
that her confidence grew because she left her yard, her touch me not cottage and yard.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
So that her idea helped your idea grow about
Yeah.
that. Awesome. Okay, Gavin?
My idea grew, but when John shared his signpost, my idea grew because I had I haven't read that far
Okay.
because I was at this film school and it made me think harder
Okay.
and I understand the text a lot better.
Great. Which signpost did he share?
He found a contrast and contradiction. When she said wasn't gonna go, run away.
So Sean didn't think that Winnie was going to leave, because she said she wasn't going to leave, so he thought it was a contrast and contradiction that she did leave and go into the wood. Is that right, Sean? Okay, so that was one of the contrasts. We didn't expect Winnie to leave, but Winnie left her home. And I know several other students in here thought the same thing. They didn't think she was going to leave, and Winnie herself didn't think she was going to leave, but then she did leave.
I thought she was going to leave.
Brandon?
So, I had a tough question, and it was the one that Amelia found.
Mm-hmm.
I also found it, and so, I was wondering where she would live and where she would get food and water. But then Isaac brought up that for water she would go to the fountain and see if there is any water. And then he also said since they found the tux.
Yeah.
She might go with them and see if they have
So you're kind of making predictions.
Because she's discovered that the tug's drinking that fountain, and then right now she doesn't know what it does, but she knows it's water and she's very thirsty. And like Brandon said, she doesn't know if she's gonna run away or not, but there's one of her things she has to check off the list if she does.
Okay. Caitlin?
What we had was a contrast and contradiction when her mom was telling her to come inside when she was with the toad, and then she said, all right, I'm coming. I thought that she was gonna maybe say she was gonna go inside, but run away because of how she's been she's been telling herself and the toad, I'm gonna run away. So it just kind of surprised me that she wouldn't.
Okay. So that she ended up going inside that night? So this happened before this. Emily, would you share your signposts? Because she was the only one that came up with a memory moment, and I thought it was really interesting what she wrote.
I found a memory moment because it said the grandmother heard the music from the wood.
Right, so Grandma had a memory moment. It wasn't the main character, and it's okay that we're not just focusing on the main character. Grandma had a memory moment, and the anchor question for memory moment, if you remember, is why might that memory be important? So why do you think that memory is important?
I see it. I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone help Emily with that idea? Why might that memory be important? Isaac?
It's important because that music box is when the maid plays it every time her boys come back, and then, like she said, I haven't heard that for 10 years, and then while they were talking in a conversation, Grandma actually stopped talking to hear the melody, and then she always loved to hear it, and she hadn't heard it for 10 years, and then it's something she would always like to remember.
Was it something she liked to hear?
Yeah.
It was almost like it had a calming effect to her, didn't it?
She was getting kind of angered up to the stranger,
And then she calmed down.
and then because she heard the melody.
Right, so this we noticed as we read on yesterday is one of those again and agains, and that will come up. I'm going to put the music box, music from the music box is an again and again, but also who had an again and again? Because several of you did. Caleb?
I had the wood.
Okay, the wood is an again and again. Can you explain what you wrote about the wood?
Well,
And let's see, the anchor question for again and again is, why does this keep happening again and again? Why is the wood mentioned over and over again?
well, maybe because that's where like the water is, and it's always like it's like they own it. So and
Who's
like,
they?
It's got the Tucks on it.
The Fosters?
The
Fosters on it. And so it like keeps appearing because the Fosters on it, and the pool of water is there, and it's covered in pebbles.
Okay. Maya?
Related to Caleb's, like another thing that you could add on is because of the music that's been going on.
Okay, I think we put the music up there?
Yeah, I was just saying.
Okay, that the music came from
Yeah.
the wood.
Yeah.
So the music is coming from the wood. Okay. Kurt?
Well, I don't know again and again, and it was in the morning while everyone's asleep, and yeah, and it just keeps on popping up again and again, and I think it keeps on popping up because it's like building kind of like
It's building Winnie's confidence. Like, I'll do it someday. I'll do it someday. I'll do it.
And what was your again and again? I'm not sure.
it was in the morning while everyone's asleep.
That phrase is repeated
Yeah,
over.
it's repeated over and over.
Okay.
In the story.
Okay.
That's when she'll run away.